Look, he's remarkable. He's had a nice build-up towards Saturday's race. His work on Tuesday morning was the best of his preparation. He's a horse that richly deserves a Group 1 beside his name. He could well be going into the race having 3 beside his name, but through circumstances that most people know it hasn't happened. I hope that by Saturday night he has got it there. There are a number of chances in it. You never win a Group 1 easily, and it is a hot field. But his last run indicated to me that he might be looking for further. He hasn't been further than a mile since his 3-year-old days. His form hasn't warranted sending him further, but and when he was 3, he and we tried him over ground, he invariably struck wet tracks. I've always been confident. He's by Pentire out of his Abel mare that he would get a trip, and Saturday's going to tell us. Let's try and touch one in the deep end a little bit. He's only had 1 trial and 1 race in his career, and unfortunately we've drawn an awkward alley. He's a horse I hold in tremendous regard, but Hastings over the sprint distances can often favour horses that are able to race handy to the pace, and I certainly don't want to do that to Touchwind tomorrow. He's there to learn. The big picture incorporates Riccarton, the 2,000 guineas, and he's got to go back from his barrier tomorrow, and that can be the undoing of them sometimes, but he'll run a huge race for everybody, I think, but whether he can win from back there, I don't know. Yeah, look, it's a very hard decision to make, whether to be at Hastings or Flemington. Full of Spirit's work on Tuesday morning was probably as good as she's worked in her whole career. I sent her off on Wednesday afternoon thinking that she was a definite chance of winning, albeit it's a very, very strong field. But when the draws came out on Thursday and she'd drawn 19 out of 19, it's dented my confidence somewhat. For anybody that hasn't walked Flemington, you go about 50 metres from the 1400 metre barrier and you're turning for the next half mile, and if you get caught out, you're just covering too much ground and it costs you severely. Had she drawn better, she may have put half a dozen behind her in the running, drawn out there. She's going to have to go back and be stone motherless last in the running, and it's going to take a super effort to win from there against the sort of competition she's meeting. But I am happy with her, and if she does go back to last like I expect, she'll run a big race, but it could well cost us winning. Silent Achiever's been in work 4 months. She came into work in magnificent order, but did exactly what she did last spring. For the first 3 months of her preparation, she did not eat a full feed once, and it was just not easy at all. I'm pleased to say that in the last month she's turned that around, and you'll see a parade today in lovely order, but she's only had 1 run over 1400 and she couldn't win a maiden over the distance, so I think it would be a lot to expect to see her win an open sprint.